it that America has a pyramid on the back of their dollar bill?
Bring it out.
Because the same, I'm gonna show you. The same thing that these people was doing in the physical Egypt, they're doing today in America in the spiritual Egypt.
That's right.
Which image you see? You seen Charleston Heston's The Ten Commandments? You seen The Passion of the Christ? Every black person seen The Passion of the Christ. Which one of these they depict as Jesus Christ in that movie? Come on, sis, you know it. You didn't see the movie. They depict this man right here as Jesus Christ.
Right.
So does the color of Christ matter? When you die, right, and maybe 10 years down the line, they start painting your image as white, would that matter to you? Yeah. Should that matter to your family? Yeah. Okay, so now, right here, what tribe you from? Are you a so-called American black? Yes. You from the same bloodline as Jesus Christ.
Right.
So it should matter what color Jesus Christ is. Because what they did, take his image and paint it to this man. Your forefather got the same blood in his veins that you got.
Bring it up.
So it most definitely should matter.
Right.
Right or wrong? Okay, so let's think about the society today, right? What do we see in the black community? A lot of killing. What else? My sister, what's some of the problems in the black community today? Huh? The people. Why you say the people? Everybody make their choices. Is it according to the Bible that they say they believe in? Is it according to the Bible that they say they believe in? But they actually speak, all right? Now, some of their actions they learned from this man right here. All right? Everybody's starting to say now that they believe Jesus Christ is a black man, but our actions are not following that. Right. So now, let me ask y'all this, my sister right here. If we believe that Jesus Christ was a black man, will we sell drugs to people that look just like us?
Bring it out.
Will we make single-parent households as men and leave the woman to raise a child? No, because that's not what God set up.
Right.
So now, we say we believe Jesus Christ is a black man, but we're doing everything that's opposite of what Jesus Christ told us to do.
That's right.
Right? Let me show y'all one thing. Let's get Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
Since you say you got faith, we're about to test that right now to see what your faith really is in.
Right.
Proverbs 3:31.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So now, it's 2024. We all know who the oppressor of the black community is. I'm gonna ask you that, who the oppressor? You want to know who the oppressor is? These are the oppressors right here.
That's right.
The same people that put all these religions in our neighborhood. The same people that put crack in our neighborhood.
What?
They put churches on every corner of our neighborhood.
Bring it out.
These are our oppressors today.
What?
So what we showing you, it said, read that one more time.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. What are some of the ways that this oppressor set up? Let me ask y'all this. When did our sisters start wearing pants? You didn't start to use when? 12. So, as a whole, as a nation, when did our sisters start wearing pants? It's called the Women's Suffrage Movement. During World War II, that's when the so-called oppressor, who we just all agreed on who the oppressor is, they started wanting to be just like the men when the men were going off to war.
Right.
They started working factory jobs, and they started wearing something called bloomers, which is named after a woman called Amelia Bloomer. All right, this is when our sisters started wearing pants. So this is one of the ways we start choosing the oppressor's ways. Because all throughout the Bible, this is what the Bible tells our sisters to do. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9.
Bring it
I'm
out.
about to show y'all something. It ain't just the pants either. All right, because another way we choose our oppressor's ways, sis. Yeah, I'm not picking on you. You got to take the blonde out your hair.
Bring it out.
We don't naturally grow blonde hair.
Right.
All right, now watch this. This is what the God told our sisters how they're supposed to dress. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. And it's the reason why God said these things. I got you. It's the reason why God said these things, all right? Let's get that. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
God said our sisters are supposed to adorn themselves in modest apparel. What it means when it says adorn, it means beautify yourself in modest apparel.
Right.
All right, because I want y'all to think about this. In every single occupation, there's the dress code, right? A police officer, you know him by what? His uniform. A firefighter, you know him by what? His uniform. All these different officers, you know them by their uniform. God said, as us, as a nation of people, we're supposed to be the nation of kings and priests. All right, so we're supposed to dress for the job we want. If you want to be treated as a woman of God, a daughter of Sarah, are you supposed to be dressing like everybody else in this world?
Bring it up.
No, you're not. God gave us a dress code, men and women. Our sisters, you're supposed to beautify yourself in modest apparel. So now, I'm about to show you this. When we was in slavery, was our sisters wearing pants then? No. Watch this. Get Deuteronomy 28. I'm about to show you something.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 28, and let's read verse 50. Turn the page. 56. Watch this. I'm about to show you something.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 56.
Bring it out.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the soles of her foot upon the ground.
So it says, our sisters were so tender and delicate, they were so decked in modest apparel, they wouldn't even set the soles of their feet on the ground.
That's right.
Because of God, how God set us up to be as a nation.
Right.
We were supposed to be the nation that everybody comes to for the laws of God. Look at us today. Are we that nation everybody comes to? No, they come to us for drill music.
Right.
They come for us for drugs. They come for us to get a good laugh at. That's what these other nations looking at black people as.
Right.
We got to be honest. So how do we come out of this? We got to come back to God's commandments.
That's
Finish
right.
that verse out.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the soles of her foot upon the ground. For delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband, and her bosom of her
So let's
bosom.
think about that today. It says at one point our sisters were tender and delicate. How does our sisters act today?
Bring it out. Bring it
Are
out.
they tender and delicate? Let's be honest. No. Today, sisters all in men's face, cussing them out, chest bumping, fighting them. The Bible says their eyes will be evil towards their husbands. Now you think about society today. Society has set the woman as the head of the household.
Right.
And demasculated the man to where they're either dead in jail or immature.
Bring it out.
This is a society that we live in today. We are reading the curses to identify who we are as a people. I want y'all to tell me who this happened to on the earth. Verse 68. Because everybody can't lay claim to this Bible. Everybody this stuff didn't happen to. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Sis, come closer real quick. Give us 5 minutes of your time. You already listening. Come on. Because there's a sign I want you to see that's relaying to this verse right here. Read what you got.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So, now, do you know anything about the Bible, my sister? When Moses led the people out of Egypt, did they go back into Egypt again? Huh? Did our people go, after Moses led us out of Egypt, did they go back into Egypt again? As a whole nation? No. So read it one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee.
Come on, sis. I see you fighting it. Come on over here real quick. Come on, read.
Shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So it said, these group of people, who we already said, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the ones that's on the bottom of society today, he said, I'm going to bring these people into Egypt again. What does the word Egypt mean? Hold that. Exodus 20 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Let's see what the word Egypt means, because we got to get a full understanding of what the Bible is talking about. All right, we've had it all our lives, but we have not been taught the truth according to the Bible.
Right.
Let's read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
It says Egypt means house of bondage. All right, give me that sign with the coins on it.
Bring it out.
Give me that sign with the coins on it. I'm about to show you something real quick. Because there's something that America is so prideful that they put these things right in our face and we don't even realize it. This is the back of the dollar bill. What do you see right here? What is this though? Remember that, read that verse again, Deuteronomy 28, 68.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Stop. It said he's going to bring us into Egypt. Can you find these in Egypt? This is a pyramid. We all know the history, sis. You know the pyramids. They're first in Egypt, right? So why is it that America has a pyramid on the back of their dollar bill?
Bring it out.
Because the same, I'm gonna show you. The same thing that these people was doing in the physical Egypt, they're doing today in America in the spiritual Egypt.
That's right.
We're serving hard bondage.
Right.
We getting our necks whipped. Our backs whipped. Our necks are under persecution.
Right.
We getting gunned down in the streets. The same thing that was happening to us in physical Egypt is happening right here in America. We are the ones that this is happening to. It's not happening to everybody else in the world. Keep reading.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it said, these people are going to go into Egypt with ships. Who went into slavery by the way of slave ships? Look at this. Who's the ones on the bottom of those boats stacked up on top of each other? So-called black people. It ain't just black people either. The so-called Hispanics went into slavery on ships. The so-called Native Americans went into slavery on ships as well. So God said this group of people, you can put that one down, was going to go into slavery again by the way of cargo slave ships. Read.
With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
It says we will see it no more again. Have we been back to our homeland since we left Egypt? Since we left Africa? No, we have not been to our homeland. We've been over here, prisoners of war, since the day we got off those slave ships. Read.
And there ye shall be sold into your enemies.
And when we got off those slave ships, we were put on auction slave blocks, sold to all our enemies, all throughout the United States, all throughout the world. Who does this happen to? Who has this happened to? And it's still happening today. When you go over into Africa, we go into Liberia, we go over to some of these other places, Mauritania, we are still getting sold into slavery to this day. So now, we said this history, how come we have not been taught that our history is in the Bible? Why do you think that is, sis? Huh? You don't know? My sis, why do you think we ain't been taught that our history is in the Bible? You don't know? I'm about to show y'all why. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. This is the reason why these churches ain't teaching us that our history is in the Bible. They're not teaching us that we are the Israelites. This is why. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
It says the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the 12 tribes of Israel. It said we are a holy people. What does it mean to be holy? It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to show you. Hold that. Leviticus 20 and 26. I'm about to show you what it means to be holy, because this is our job. If any man's going to come out here and say they teaching the Bible, they should be able to go to the Bible and explain everything they saying.
Right.
Watch this. Read what you got.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I the Lord am holy, and have severed you from others.
So God said to be holy means he severed us, or he took us from everybody else. He set us apart from everybody else. We've not been taught that in all our lives. We haven't been taught what it really means to be holy. All right, go back to that Deuteronomy 7.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So God said we are holy or set apart unto him. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
It didn't say he chose everybody on this earth to be a special people.
Right.
It didn't say that. Because if that's the case, the people who did this to us, they would be God's people too. Is that the case according to the Bible? Huh? No, it's not. God said he separated us from everybody else on the earth. Read.
Unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.